You know this new age idea that your thoughts create reality, and if you can just control your thoughts, that you will shape your world how you want it. I believe they call this like the law of attraction, things like this. Yeah, it's total bull. Okay? It's not how reality is created. This is a misinterpretation. Reality is not created by the thoughts. However, reality is created by the mind. You see, we think there's this objective reality around us, but we don't know, because everything is interpreted through the mind. What I mean by this is that at any time there's all this information flying around the universe. It does so in the form of waves. Information is carried on waves of energy, such as sound or through the electromagnetic spectrum. But as we navigate the world, we're reliant on our five senses to allow this information in. But the thing about our five senses is they only receive a certain amount of this information. Our eyes take in light, but only a certain portion of the electromagnetic spectrum. We don't have access to everything because our five senses filter out most of it. And then that gets interpreted through our mind and our beliefs and everything we've ever experienced and thoughts too. It's all in there in this filtering process. And then the mind quite literally creates a holographic representation of what it just interpreted and plays it out back in front of us. The reason I compare this to a hologram is because a hologram, such as, remember those old 3D pictures that you would have to blur your eyes kind of in order to get the image to pop out? That picture, before you see the 3D image, is more closely to what objective reality actually looks like than the objective reality that we believe we are perceiving. Because all that's really out there is what's on that 2D image, which is all these waves colliding. These are called interference patterns, where waves intersect. And if you know anything about quantum physics, then you know that this is where all the magic is happening, in these interference patterns. So what you think is reality is actually a bunch of interference patterns as filtered through your five senses and played back holographically by the mind. This is scientific fact, but it is also spiritual concepts in action. Reality is not created by your thoughts. Reality is created by your mind. When trying to progress spiritually, if you are not looking at the mind, you're not progressing. The mind is the key. The mind is the clue. It's a riddle waiting to be solved. A game. Do you even know the rules? Do you even know you're playing